Hello, friends. Welcome to uh Friday Night Live with Huhnkie episode 258.2. Happy Sunday morning. Yeah, happy Sunday morning. Let's do stretching. I'm cooking breakfast. Chicken thigh and vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, uh, carrots, waterboard. This time glass jar. Yeah, okay. Let's do stretching, okay? Yeah, I had very good night's sleep. Interesting dreams I had. There's this singer I saw in the dream. Actually, yeah, sure, singer, kind of Korean singer, female. But yeah, she was in that dream last night, earlier this morning. In that dream, yeah, she used to be just a singer without dancing much. But later on, another song, she teamed up with Hispanic lady, and she did some dancing. This Korean female singer in the dream that I saw last night. So now she's doing like this, the hip dance, kind of a little bit like a Pacific Ocean Islander style. Okay, okay. So I was like, oh, nice. She's learning new style as an entertainer. She used to be just singer. Now she's a singer and dancer, and team up with a Hispanic singer and dancer lady. Yeah, so that was nice. Yeah. All right, now martial arts. Okay, let's do crane style. Okay. Okay. Yeah. 5 minutes break. Thank you. Woo! Good exercises. Happy Sunday morning. Okay. That's what this is about. Okay. Now let's get back to mathematics. I can't thought about it when I was awake in my bed. Let me get some tongs, okay? So, ah, okay. Uh, yeah, I thought about this and I came up with a game plan, okay? So what it seems to me, I have this, okay, by now we are experienced in this, okay, row algebra. So we have observed many different things, new things, and it's a brand new territory, okay? It's uncharted territory, but we've been here for a while. And so we learned a lot about the row algebra, how it behaves, okay? The general pattern, okay? So what it seems to me is this formula works in the with all different bases and arguments, A and B. It works for the very first and very last case because multiplicative inverse, minverse, that we call, okay, this shortcut, okay, minverse, multiplicative inverse, minverse, okay, a neologism, okay, uh, is symmetric, okay. So this formula works for all arguments and all bases for the very first case and very last case, because that's symmetry, okay. Now, our next step would be find formula that works for second case and second to last case. Okay? Next step, we'll find a formula that works for all arguments, all bases, third case and third to last case, and so on. Fourth case, fourth to last case. Okay? And then we compare those formulas, first case formula, second case formula, third case formula, fourth case formula, and then we generalize it to make multiple to mean verse formula to be constant time. Okay? Recursive formula, that's logarithmic timing. Okay? We already found one, alpha and beta, alpha omega formula. Okay? Uh, we do not want to repeat ourselves like that. We already found recursive formula. This time we want to find constant time formula, which is a lot better than recursive formula. Okay? Recursive formula is logarithmic timing. Okay? And constant time formula is just faster. Okay? Yeah. So that's what we have to. Okay? Yeah. That's good game plan there. Now I'm gonna drink, but not whiskey though. Whiskey is too strong. Okay, so I'm gonna drink like sake or soju. Yeah, yeah, I got soju and sake, both soju and sake here. So, uh, uh-huh. Ah. But let's quickly calculate five. Okay, 5 4 it worked. 5 6 it worked. Now that's first case. Last case 5 9. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Supposed to work. I'm sure it will. Okay, and now let's verify. Okay, real quick. About here. I know it's crowded. Yeah, ghetto hobo style. Okay, I'm kind of like that. Okay, I like save food from the convention and I brought like plastic bag to take the leftover food home. Yeah, I'm frugal. Okay, so but yeah, I appreciate homeless people in Alaska and but there are agencies who help them. Okay, yeah, like food bank and social workers. Okay, yeah, but there are people who need help. Okay, yeah. Okay. I respect them. Okay, yeah, all of them. Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, I respect homeless people. Okay, yeah. I pray for them too. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, better 5'9". Is this equal to this formula? Okay. 5 minus 9 row 5. 9 row 5 4. 5 minus 4 1. Okay. And then 9 quotient 5. That's 1. Okay. So 1 plus 1 2. Is this 2? What does that mean? Yeah, sure. Yes, because 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 is 1 row 9. Okay, yeah, so it works. Okay. How about beta? Okay, 9. Okay, and how about 9 is like 4 or 5 family. Okay, so 14. Okay, so that to 5 and 14. Okay, is this equal to? Okay, 5 minus. Okay, 14 row 5 is 4, so 5 minus 4, 1. And 14 quotient 5 is 2. Okay, so 2 plus 1, 3. Is this 3? Yes, because 5 times 3, 15. 15 is 1 row 5, 14. Okay, so okay, it works. Okay, so this formula is true for all the argument and all the bases when okay, so this formula works when what do I mean by first case? Uh, and last case, it means that if uh, B row A is equal to 1 or A minus 1, okay? Then it works. So what we did is we qualified this formula. So if this formula works in first and last case, but not other cases. But in first and last case, it always works. So we made this, we qualify this formula, okay? It's not a general formula, but it works for first and last case, okay? Now let's take 5 minutes break, okay? Good. Yeah, making good progress. Nice. Yeah, 5 minutes break, thank you. Let me check on my breakfast, cooking, microwave. Okay, thank you. Okay. Then how did you find this formula? That works in first and last case. Okay, what do I mean by first and last case? Okay. When argument is five, okay? Lesser coprimes, one, two, three, four. And one is argument is five, lesser coprimes of five, one, two, three, four, because five is prime number, okay? So one and four, that's the first and last case of lesser coprime set. Okay? And two and three, the second number and second to last number. Okay, so that's why this formula did not work in that case, but it still works first and last case. Okay, how about number four? Lesser coprime, one and three. That's it. The two is not coprime with four. Okay, so one and three, that's first and last case. How about number three? Yeah, three is prime number. That's coprime. One and two, which happen to be first and last case. How about number two? Lesser coprime, just one, which is also first and last, no, lesser coprime set elements. Okay. Yeah, so that's why it was for two, three, and four, because they only have two lesser coprimes. Okay, first and last. In number two case, yeah, one is same. The first and last lesser coprime element is same as one. Okay, so that's why it works. Okay, good. Now we know why. Cheers. Making good progress. Okay. Okay. So then how do we find this formula? It's mapping problem. Okay, just look at the pattern and look at the quotient, look at the row operator, remainder, look at the quotient, look at the remainder, and then manipulate it and then come up with this formula. Okay, it's a mapping problem. And it's not deduction, but it's induction based on pattern, observation, experience, examples. Induction, okay? It's like empiricism, British philosophy, okay? As opposed to continental European rationalism, that's deduction, okay? When we prove, later on we'll prove it, we can prove by mathematical induction, or we can prove it by deduction, okay? But that's later. Uh, we may be on the verge of discovering Constantine formula for multiplicative inverse in row algebra, okay? Yeah. Inverse. We might be. Okay? I don't know yet. It's uncharted territory. There's no roadmap here. We have to make our own roadmap, like game plan, okay? As we go along. Okay? Good. Okay. So I came up coming up with 2, 3, 2, 3 out of these numbers. Uh we probably need a new whiteboard, okay? And let's take 5 minutes break, okay? And then we get a new whiteboard. I used whiteboard that I can safely erase, and then go from there. Yeah, sure. 5 minutes break, thank you. Vocal rest as well. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, you're gonna erase this one, okay? Ugh. Okay. Yeah, there's some proof in here, but look, it's already recorded and published. Not on paper though, only in the video, but that's good enough, okay? So we gotta move on, okay? So yeah. Hey, let me get some water. I cannot operate without water. So whenever I check out from a hotel, before I check out, I kind of clean the hotel room because I appreciate professionals in hotel, okay? Yeah, to express my appreciation of their professionalism. Yeah, I basically like put the trash together, okay? I do not make the bed because those linens, they go to laundry room anyway, but I put the trash together. Okay? Yeah, least I can do. Okay? Yeah. Sometimes like thank you note, okay? Yeah, sometimes. Okay. Cheers. Let me copy down the argument 5 case over there. Okay, come on, baby, let's go. Row base B. Okay. Better. Yeah, it looks kind of random, right? 53529583. Yeah, it does look random, but it's not random at all. There's some hidden orderly system behind it. Okay, so and I just copy it down. This pen is too light. 5 beta is equal to BC plus 1. Oh, 5 beta. Okay. C is equal to 5 beta minus 1 divided by B. We know what B is, we know what beta is. Okay, so C. Okay. Okay. But the thing is this, our goal is to calculate beta. So we want to formulate what C is without knowing beta, because beta is our objective. Here we got B by some guesswork. Okay. Which takes like logarithmic timing. Okay. So yeah, cheers. And first and last number, we know that, but we have formula for this. Okay. First and last ones. Okay. But we do not have formula for, so that's our objective, our sub goal. Okay. And like before, uh, we calculate remainder and quotient. Quotient first. Uh, B quotient 5. Okay. Now B row 5, B remainder 5. B row 5. Okay. Okay, we have 2, 3, 2, 3. Oh, in this case, C is the same as the row value. Okay, so but that's for when argument. Okay, here we have argument is 5. Okay, okay. Now, when argument is six, lesser coprime of six, one and five, and that's it. Okay, we already have formula for that. Okay, cool. So is hypothesis is this same as C? In the second and second to last lesser coprime set. Okay, so uh, to verify that, we need more example. Okay, next example will be when argument is seven. Okay, and I mean, would you like to do that? I mean, my inclination. We have enough. We have done enough mathematics already in this episode. Okay, I'd rather go to like Instagram Live and continue on this next time this evening. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's do that. Let's take 5 minutes break and let's just go to Instagram Live. Okay. Because it's kind of getting boring. Okay. Yeah. Look, I do mathematics for fun. So if mathematics is being boring to me, there's no point of doing it. Okay. Yeah, they will call me a shenanigan mathematician. Sure, why not? Okay, so I'm more a mathematics enjoyer. Okay, I do mathematics because I want to be happy. Okay, yeah, and when I'm not happy with it, I don't do it. But I just need to take a break from mathematics. Then later on this evening, we get back to it after we take a break from mathematics. Okay, yeah, 5 minutes break, and then we go to Instagram live. Okay, time check now. It's been less than 1 hour. Okay, okay, 5 minutes break. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Uh, yeah, let's go to Instagram Live. Work and play, you know? Yeah, we worked mathematics, so now it's time to relax, socialize, and enjoy. Yeah. Like, I know when to stop, okay? Yeah, we worked. Good stopping point there. It's about balancing act, okay? Work and play. Yeah. How do we do? Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Live Huhnkie episode 258.2. Happy Sunday morning. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, as usual, we do some mathematics in the human show in YouTube. Okay, so good. Yeah, making good progress there. Okay, yeah. Now back to travel log. Okay, travel story, travel diary. Sure. Juneau, Alaska. For 5 days, Tuesday to uh Saturday, 5 day trip in Juneau, Alaska. Very nice. Yeah, the big ships, like cruise ships, come over there in the harbor. Oh, beautiful. Okay. They look like a building. Cruise ships. Okay. Yeah, I regret not buying the laptop featuring that. Okay. Maybe next time. Okay. So, I did buy one Juno themed laptop pin. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, so it's nice. Juno, Alaska, first time. Uh, Nice, great people. Okay, very different vibe, different culture. Although same country, same state, but uh, it's great. Yeah, yeah, and very gentle drivers. Of course, I talked to some local residents in Juneau, Alaska. They say, "Well, I mean, I'm paraphrasing what they said. Okay, I mean, as a visitor traveler, I got a very nice impression of the people there. Okay, so gentle drivers. Okay." But they say, yeah, I mean, yeah, because they live there, they say it's not always like that. Okay, okay, okay. But beautiful town. Okay, yeah, yeah, and great people, great people. Yeah. It was almost like good. Juneau is a southern part of Alaska. Matsu Valley, Anchorage, they call it South Central because Alaska is such a big state. Matsu Valley, Alaska, and the Anchorage, yeah, still kind of south central of big Alaska because Alaska is such a big state, okay? And but Juneau, Alaska is down even south. So I kind of felt like a southern hospitality there. I did. Okay, yeah, yeah. Alaskan South, okay? Kind of like American South. Southern hospitality, okay? Yeah. That was my impression as a traveler, visitor. Okay. Yeah. And then yesterday, Friday, well, actually today's Sunday, so 2 days ago, Friday. Okay, yeah, in the at the bar after the convention was over. Okay, yeah, 4 people, table, me and 3 gentlemen. They were attorneys. Okay, yeah. So in Alaska. Okay, but I cannot tell you what they said. I can only generalize, abstract, sublimize of the concepts, ideas that they expressed because I have to protect their privacy. Okay, yeah, yeah. And I write. I'm a writer, storyteller, narrator. I learn from people. I love listening from their story, their perspective, their opinions. Okay, I learn from people. Okay, yeah. I'm a humble person. Yes. Am I arrogant sometimes? Yeah, but I'm also humble sometimes too. I do both. It's about balancing act. So welcome to Human Rights School, okay? Human Rights Show. Yeah. So how long were we there at the bar? Maybe 2 hours. Okay. At first we are at the bar. Inside is a bar and restaurant, but there's this bar, bar. Okay. High chair, the stool, and the bar. Just one line, very linear. Yeah, but I mean, 4 people in a row, difficult to listen to other people. Okay, it's linear. One, two, three, four. Okay, linear. I stood. Okay, I stood behind them so that I can listen to what they say. Okay. Later on, I asked the professionals there. Okay, working the bar restaurant, and hey, can we get a table? And they said, yeah, sure. Yeah, they gave us this remote control notifier, and yeah, yeah. Wait for 10 to 15 minutes, then it will ring. Okay, so oh, thank you. And after 10 minutes, yeah, we got a table. Huh? So as a after party host, I have to accommodate our guests. Okay, so yeah, so I got us a table. Okay, and now it's a lot easier. We can sit down, all of us, 4 of us, and we can listen to each other. Take turns. Yeah, your turn, my turn, your turn, your turn. Yeah, conversation, interactive. Okay, nice. We were there like 2 to 3 hours. Okay, eating food and drinking. Me, I drank beer and wine, something light. But okay, after that, uh, yeah, some of them went to night flight, back to Anchorage, or others. We went back to. He went to his hotel. I went to my hotel. Okay, so and after that, I came to my hotel room alone, and then I watched television, eat some food, drinking some whiskey, and after that, yeah, brushed my teeth, and I went to bed. Huh? That was like what 10 p.m., 9 p.m., something like that. Yeah. It was nice, yeah. Yeah. Learning from each other, okay? Also entertaining each other. We met we said we talked we joked. Just 4 guys, Alaskan attorneys. Yeah, we joked. Yeah, it was fun. Well, 5 minutes break for chorus, okay? Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah, it was fun. It was very nice. Yeah, both education and entertainment. Okay, it was nice. Okay, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Brightness adjustment here. So it was my turn to speak. Just four guys, nice table in a bar restaurant. Yeah, so of course I talked about martial arts. Yeah, please love martial arts. We are living in a dangerous world. Yeah, go to YouTube, Thai martial art lessons, and kick and punch in there in your room without making a noise. Okay, I said the exact same thing that I say here. Okay, so okay, I did. I'm not making this up. Okay, and yeah, it was nice. Okay, and I told them my mini bio, small biography. Like I told them, yeah, I used to be in Los Angeles, California. I did some acting, filmmaking. Okay, I have this performer background, so we did some kind of acting. Okay, deposition scene. What is a deposition? Deposition is kind of interview. It's not. Yes, maybe it's a little bit like investigative interrogation. Police station. It's just a little bit, but not exactly. Uh, have I practiced like criminal law? A little bit, criminal defense. Okay, because I've been attorney since 2018. By now, like 8 years. Okay, so there's some pro bono basis, criminal defense. Okay, yeah, limited sense, but mostly civil law. Okay, yeah, civil pre-trial, before trial. Deposition is like interview. Okay, so like in personal injury case or workers' compensation case. Okay, We represented like injured party, we are plaintiff side, okay? Civil litigation. And the other party are the defendant, okay? Yeah. So plaintiff and defendant, okay, and they're represented by attorneys. Sometimes they represent themselves, pro se, okay, or proper, okay, yeah. So, Latin term, legalist, okay. So, uh, yeah, sometimes they interrogate our client, plaintiff. Sometimes we interrogate their client, defendant, okay. Yeah, in where sometimes law office, sometimes court reporter's office. Okay, yeah, conference, small conference room, typically videotaped. Okay, with court reporter. Okay, great professionals, stenographer, stenotyper. Okay, fast typing. Okay, they have special keyboard. I did ask them. Okay, it's amazing. Stenographers. Okay, yeah, they have their own keyboard system. Okay, court reporters. Oh, amazing! It's like magical. Okay, based on phonetic system sound only. Okay, it's just amazing. It's like magic. Okay. Mm. And in deposition, yeah, so they swear in. Okay? Yeah. Raise your right hand, please. Uh, would you please like swear that yeah, you say truth and nothing but the truth? Help me God, something like that. Okay, so and they say yes. Okay, so it's a sworn testimony, subject to perjury. Okay, and because it's sworn testimony, it can be used as an evidence in trial court. Okay, so it's a serious business. Deposition. Okay. In court, before judge, justice, well, justice was Supreme Court at appellate level. Okay, but in trial court level, uh, yeah, the parties, defendant or plaintiff, when they do testimony, is a sworn testimony, subject to perjury. Okay, yeah, or other non-party witnesses. Yeah, they was swearing. Okay, yeah, in court testimony. It could be pre-trial hearing, or it could be the actual trial hearing. Okay, pre-trial hearing, motion hearing, evidentiary hearing. Okay, yeah. So at the bar, restaurant, four of us sitting. We got table for four people, four chairs. Yeah, so I suggested that yeah, let's do some acting. Deposition scene. Oh yeah, it was fun. So they interrogated me and I interrogated them, taking turns. Okay, yeah, me being deposed, so I'm deponent, and deposer. So we did not swear in. It's just acting. Okay, it's a mock deposition, like mock trial. Okay, so no swearing in. No. So I was like, when I interrogate them, you're allowed to lie. You do not have to be. You do not have to be honest. But if you do lie, yeah, as an experienced attorney, yeah, I would probably pick up some signs of dishonesty. But do feel free to lie though, because you are not sworn in. It's a mock deposition. It's like acting. Okay, so it was fun. Now 5 minutes break for rest. Okay, time check. It's been 1 hour, more than 1 hour. Let's ventilate. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we're having fun. Uh, Oh, come back, we are back. So, yeah, so deposition acting scene. So I was like this, Mr. Deponent, as you are sitting here today with us, that's how they say in deposition, okay? Sometimes in courtroom too, okay? So, yeah. Why do they say that? I don't know. I guess they want some honesty, I guess, to elicit some honesty, okay? So, that would be my guess. So they are attorneys, okay? So they are familiar with that line of interrogative technique, okay? So they left, okay? So maybe they said that too in their own definition experience, okay? So, but typically attorneys, unless we are sued, we don't really play a role of witness, okay? We are like interrogator, deposition or courtroom hearings. But now, yeah, in this acting performance scene, okay, using my creative writing skill and also improvisational acting experience and training. Yeah, I used that. Okay. Yeah, it was nice. Okay. So learn about acting. Okay. Yeah. Go to YouTube, type acting lessons. Okay. It enriches your life. Okay. It's so fun. Okay. Acting. Very therapeutic. Okay. Yeah. So, my question to Mr. Deponent. Okay. Yeah. What do you think about divinity? Like God, goddess, but I want to be gender neutral. Okay, politically correct. Okay, so what do you think about divinity? Well, so basically, I'm asking them about what their religion is. Next question, Mr. Deponent, as you are sitting here today with us, what's your politics? What's your politics? Maybe easier question. How would you define politics? Okay. Yeah. And I'm paraphrasing what they said, okay? Because I was a little bit drunk. Okay, so memories are a little bit hazy. Okay, but they're very, very eloquent and articulate to answer my question. Okay, when they answer my question. Okay, I think they said something in the line of politics is defined as institutionalized collective set of ideas. Okay, that's my understanding of what they said, my memory of what they said. Okay, it was nice, very cool. Yeah, yeah, they're Alaskan Autonians. They're very educated, articulate. Yeah, nice. Hmm. I think they're smarter than me in many ways. Okay, yeah, sure. But I really enjoyed their own experience, their stories, their ideas. I enjoyed it, learning from them. Okay, yeah. I think they're smarter than me in many different ways. Yes, sure, yeah. We just met in the convention. We never met before. Okay. Maybe some of them each other, maybe they met before. I don't know. But I met them for the first time in the convention. Okay. Last week. Okay. Yeah. It was nice. Yeah. Then I asked them, okay, gentlemen, who are your favorite US presidents? Because I didn't want to get into the issues, political issues, okay? Let's just relax, okay? So, yeah, something softer questions in politics, okay? As opposed to what's your stance on this issue, this issue. No, let's relax, okay? Yeah. What are your favorite US presidents? And they said, yeah, this, and this presidents. Okay, okay. And they asked me, who are my favorite presidents? Thomas Jefferson, James Madison. Okay. Why? Well, they're good students. Okay, they're avid reader. They're very well read, very well learned, very well educated. They are Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, both two-term presidents. They studied a lot. They read philosophy books from Europe. They're good students. They're scholars. Good students. Okay, they studied. Very knowledgeable. Yeah, the wisdom kings, okay, or wisdom queens, but they happen to be males, okay. I'm gender neutral, okay, so I love both genders, okay. I'm straight. I respect both genders, rather. Okay, I'm straight, okay. So, but yeah, Thomas Jefferson and his protege, apprentice James Madison, okay. Yeah, they wrote the Declaration of Independence and also United States Constitution, okay. Yeah, but they're not perfect human beings, okay? Thomas Jefferson, James Madison. Thomas Jefferson, yeah, Tom. Madison, James, okay, yeah. They did own slaves, okay, and that's bad, okay? So they're not perfect human beings. They are imperfect, flawed individuals, defective, okay? They made mistakes like that. So then the documents that they wrote as slave owners, like Declaration of Independence, mostly Thomas Jefferson, and United States Constitution. Yeah, that's like Thomas Jefferson and James Madison, but it's like James Madison being ghostwriter. He basically Thomas Jefferson kind of dictating him. Okay, it's kind of well, that would be my guess. Okay, so but whatever. Okay, and so if slave owners like Thomas Jefferson and James Madison wrote Declaration of Independence, United States Constitution, then so it was written by defective, flawed individuals like Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, slave owners, okay, then it would be reasonable, rational to hypothesize that Declaration of Independence and U.S. Constitution, there should be some elements that are outdated, imperfect, defective, flawed. In those two venerated documents, revered documents, Declaration of Independence, U.S. Constitution. U.S. Constitution, there are amendments. Okay, yeah, 13th Amendment, yeah, abolishment of slavery. Okay, I did ask them. They got it wrong. Okay, for first time, they thought, yeah, is there a 14th Amendment? But later on, they got it right. Okay, yeah. I said no, it's not 14th Amendment. Okay. Later on, yeah. Oh, it was 13th Amendment. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so. But in Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson wrote, he's a good writer. Okay, All men are created equal. I can see two flaws there. Two political incorrectness. Can you spell it? Declaration of Independence by Thomas Jefferson. Okay, all men are created equal. Well, maybe three flaws, three errors in there. Can you spot them? Welcome to Human School, Human Show. Okay, so yeah, feel free to take educated guess. Okay, 5 minutes break for correct. Okay, time check. We're having fun. Yeah, we got more than 30 minutes left. Okay, yeah, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, entertainment and education. Okay. Okay, so I have something very obvious here. There, okay, Mr. Thomas Jefferson. Let me redo my hairdo. Okay, so and let me wash my hands now. So that's where my bulk of energy goes. Redoing my hairdo and then washing my hands afterwards. Back of the humor show, okay. So obvious error. All men are created equal. Well, obviously, it does not hold the water in modern day standard. In Declaration of Independence, male pronouns like he. How about ladies? Okay, eh? If all men are created equal, how about females? Women, ladies, females. What? He didn't even mention female gender in Declaration of Independence. Okay, that's very gender biased. That's genderism. That's discrimination. It's not egalitarianism. So he was confined in that environment of his time and his locality, okay, not other parts of the world. But in his time and his day, Thomas Jefferson, subject to this mainstream ideology, the male dominance, genderism, gender discrimination, okay, he was subject to that. Okay, so that's first flaw, defect, shortcoming in his philosophy, Thomas Jefferson, okay? Gender non-egalitarianism, that's discrimination. That's not egalitarianism, okay? Second point, all men are created equal. Created, okay, so I guess it's Christian background, Abrahamic religion, creator, God, okay. He's discriminating against non-religious people, secular people, atheists, okay. He's excluding them who are not religious. There are people out there who do not believe in God. There are people out there who are not religious at all, okay. So he's discriminating against them. All men are created equal. Okay, what if some people do not believe in creator? He's discriminating against them. That's not egalitarianism. No, that's discrimination against non-religious people. Third point. Okay, Mr. Thomas Jefferson, you own 600 slaves, okay? And you're saying all men are equal? Come on, you should do better than that. I mean, what were you thinking? Thomas Jefferson, 600 slaves. You own them, okay? His protege, James Madison, yeah, 100 slaves owning, okay? Less than 600, but still. Maybe it's a little bit improving, okay? But still, come on. In today's modern day standard, okay? Come on, get a grip. Get a grip, please. But when it comes to U.S. Constitution, yeah, the First Amendment, Second, Third Amendment is by the U.S. Congress, okay? Like 14th Amendment, for example, yeah, the birthright citizenship. Yeah, I was born in America, grew up in South Korea. I got birthright citizenship 1978, okay? So I happen to be born in America, okay? So 14th Amendment, okay? And but the White House in politics, they want to amend it, but it got rejected by I think U.S. Supreme Court, I guess, before the circuit court level. Okay, but constitutional amendment is not executive branch's job, like White House. It's not that. Okay, according to U.S. Constitution, it has to go through U.S. Congress. Okay, yeah, Congress people, senators. Okay, yeah, also state level too. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Welcome. Yeah, good evening, and But look, you need to change your name. Okay, I have to let you go. Okay, yeah, change your name. Okay, yeah, it's not a good name there. Okay, yeah, so I think that person left. Okay, yeah, in the social media, make sure your social media name is a good name, not a bad name. Okay, so I think that person left. Okay, so it will take 5 minutes break. Okay, yeah, thank you. Vocal rest. Okay. Good. All right, so the yeah, now we're talking about U.S. Constitution. Sure, sure. I mean, yeah, I think most of it still relevant. Okay, like to amend U.S. Constitution, it cannot be executive branch like White House. No, it's not executive order. Executive order issued by the White House, executive branch. You cannot override U.S. Constitution according to U.S. Constitution. Okay, so it has to go to Congress. A lot of people, not just one person in the White House. A lot of people, like something like 500 people, right? Congress people and senators. Okay, so okay, yeah. Uh, uh, let me get some wine. Oh, nice. No, let me get some vodka. Yeah, Alaskan ginseng 3 bar vodka. Okay, I call it a dragon drink. Okay, very nice. I love it. Very Alaskan, okay. I learned it from Alaskan native, okay? Yeah, in the YouTube, okay? Cheers. Mhm. So James Madison, what he wrote in U.S. Constitution is Article 1, Article 2, Article 3. Very knowledgeable in commerce, industry, economics. Very well learned man, okay? That's why I like him, okay? Although they are not perfect people, okay, like the slave owners, okay, so yeah, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, well, Thomas Jefferson, the mentor of James Madison, okay, it's very wide learning about carpentry, maybe not too much science, mathematics, but yeah, economics, industry, commerce, law, and philosophy, literature. He's glib writer, okay? Thomas Jefferson. James Madison too, okay? James Madison is more nerdy, geeky type, but Thomas Jefferson, he's more like a novelistic fiction style, more elaborate sentences, okay, like orator, okay, charisma, okay, yeah. James Madison a little bit mechanical, okay, dry, writer, constitution, okay. Thomas Jefferson, yeah, Declaration of Independence, okay, yeah, pursuit of happiness. That's Thomas Jefferson, okay, yeah, he's more like more flamboyant, kind of party, having fun, okay, yeah. Plus more smile than James Madison. Okay, James Madison portrait very austere, serious, geeky, nerdy, kind of reserved. All right, yeah, terse, blunt, dry. That's James Madison. Okay, Thomas Jefferson, more smile, more warmth, more humane. Not like robotic. That's James Madison. Okay, but Thomas Jefferson more humane, humanistic, okay, flamboyant, like party, having fun, okay. That's Thomas Jefferson, okay. That's my impression of them, okay. More relaxed, perhaps making more mistakes. Okay. All right. So, but Thomas Jefferson, okay, he said all men are created equal. So he's discriminating against females, against non-religious people, like non-Christians, and against also non-Caucasian people. So basically, the way I look at it is like, okay, Mr. Thomas Jefferson, my impression about you is that you're saying all male Caucasian Christians are created equal. Everybody else are created unequal, like lesser, inferior to Caucasian male Christians. They are the equal in that group. Everybody should be equal in that set. Male Christian Caucasians, they should be egalitarian in that group. But although people like females, non-Christians, and non-Caucasians, you don't even talk about them, right? Because what the rest of us are not worthwhile to even mention. Really. So, Mr. Thomas Jefferson, yeah, your theory, your philosophy, limited, confined by mainstream ideologies of your day and your space, your locality, geography, okay? Your time and space. You're limited by that. Your philosophy is, okay? But Mr. Thomas Jefferson, I like you, okay? I like some parts of your philosophy. Just like I like Mr. Jesus, some parts of his philosophy too. Okay? So that's how I see it. So welcome to Human School, okay? Yeah. Bye, Miss Bear. Yeah, vocal rest. Time check. Yeah, we got like 20 minutes left. Okay. Yeah. 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah. So, uh, I think it was Thursday night. Okay. So, after the lecture series, continuing legal education in Juneau, Alaska. Okay. Alaska Bar annual convention. Okay. So, yeah, we went to bar. It was part of the program. Yeah, trivia, like question and answer. Okay. And the host of the trivia show, he said he's not a lawyer, okay? Yeah, but very knowledgeable in U.S. history and uh, law area too, okay? So, like, he said, okay, 18th Amendment, there's a prohibition era. The speakeasy, like moonshine, okay, alcohol became illegal, okay? So, that's like, uh, back in 1920s, okay, yeah, prohibition era, kind of America became dry, okay, so meaning alcohol became illegal. That's 18th Amendment in U.S. Constitution, okay. He said that, okay. Then he asked us trivia question, okay. Bar is a part of the program, okay. Yes, then what's the number of that amendment that repealed, like overturned 18th Amendment so that alcohol would be legal again. My guess, yeah, maybe 19th Amendment, but I was wrong. He said, no, it's 24th Amendment. Okay. It's been a while because I got it wrong. Okay. So maybe I should have known better because, yeah, I'm a lawyer. Also, I'm a drinker too. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. So good education still there. Okay. Continuing legal education in a bar. Okay. Yeah. Trivia question. It was nice. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. And after trivia, for 1 hour, I guess. Yeah, karaoke. I did not sing and dance there, okay? Because I just want to relax, okay? Yeah. I watched other attorneys, also Juno local residents. Yeah, kind of commingling together, bar in Juneau, Alaska, downtown. Okay, it was nice. Yeah, I would just watch them singing and dancing. Okay, it was nice. They performed very well. Okay, yeah, I applaud it. Yes, yes, it was nice. Oh, yeah, yeah, welcome. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Mighty Profit Leaders. Yeah, martial arts, education, career development. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Welcome. Yeah, we'll talk about that travel log, travel diary. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's nice. So it's about balancing act. Yeah, I do perform. Yeah, I mean, I go to karaoke bar sometimes in Match Valley. Okay. Yeah, sing and dance. Okay, but I'm also audience. So performer, as an audience, I do both. Balancing act. Okay. Another context, being alone, alone time, and people time, socialization. I do both. Okay. Yeah. Also, being a leadee, I do both. Sometimes I exercise my leadership skill. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, I just, go along, let other people lead. Balancing act. Okay. Yeah. Mm. Oh, yeah. Humanity school is about balancing, okay, work and play and rest. Yeah. I earlier, yeah, I did mathematics in YouTube, okay. And now it's time to rest, relax, socialize. So I came to Instagram Live like this, okay. Yeah, let's talk about something else other than mathematics, okay? But we can talk about mathematics a little bit, okay? Time check. Some mathematical jokes. Sure, we can do that, okay? We have like more than 10 minutes left. 2 minutes break, okay? Thank you. Real quick. Right, sure. Yeah. Okay, let's do acting, okay? Yeah. The title of this short movie, Mean Mathematician. How about that? Okay, like okay. Action. Ugh. I'm a mean mathematician, mainstream. How about this? Mean mainstream mathematician. Okay, sure. Okay, Huhnkie Lee, you are not mathematics, Sean. You are like you're a PhD dropout, okay? And your PhD was not even in mathematics; it was in computer science. And yeah, you did not when we were undergrad, Huhnkie Lee, you did even minor or major mathematics, okay? You do not know mathematics. You're a crank, obsessed with some bizarre idea like row algebra. What is that? Oh, that's garbage. You do not know mathematics, Uncle. Okay, so you're wasting your time. Huh? What? Think out. Okay, so we're doing acting, improvisation acting, creative writing. Okay, so how about my response? Let me get some whiskey. Yeah, that's act one. Now act two, my response. Uncle's response. Two mean mainstream mathematicians, but mathematicians, 99% of them are nice, okay? But 1% of them sometimes mean. Yeah, I've seen both. But most mathematicians are not, they're nice. I know. Okay. Act two, action. Hunkler's response. Where's love? Where's respect? Okay, Mr. Mean, mainstream mathematician, why do you have to label me as a crank, obsessed individual, like with some bizarre idea? Like row algebra, okay, yeah. But look, if you do not like my mathematical theory, that's fine. That's your freedom, okay? And if you want to think that I'm not a mathematician at all, you do not even regard me as a mathematician. You did not say you did not say I'm a bad mathematician. No, you did not say that. You said I'm not a mathematician at all. Well, that's your freedom of speech, freedom of ideas, freedom of thought. I appreciate that, okay? Yeah. You may disrespect me, disdain me, and label me as a crank, but I'm not cranky. I'm not angry. You are. Look at you. Calling me names, labeling me as crank. But who's cranky here? I'm happy. I'm smiling. I'm nice. I'm respectful. You are the one who's being very disrespectful, very angry and disdainful, cranky, angry, so unhappy. Like, what's wrong with you? What's your story? No, time check. We have more than 5 minutes left. Okay, so Mr. Mean mainstream mathematician. Okay, I have some proposal to you. Okay, it's not about my raw algebra, my mathematical theory. You do not have to download it. You don't have to read it. Okay, and please feel free to think that I'm a bad mathematician or I'm not even a mathematician. And please feel free to label me as a crank, some crazy cookie idea, obsession, and Yeah, you can call my theory in mathematics garbage. Yeah, you have freedom of speech, freedom of thoughts, expressions, ideas. I'm okay with that, but I care about you. What I'm not okay with is that you are very unhappy individual. You're cranky. You're the crank, not me. Okay, I'm not cranky. I'm happy. Okay. So my suggestion to you, Mr. Mean Mainstream Mathematician, is that you diversify your lifestyle. Yeah, learn about dancing, singing, karaoke, learn martial arts, relax a little. Can you do that for me, please? Don't study mathematics all the time. How about going to karaoke bar, sing and dance in front of a public, random strangers? I'll do that sometimes. Yeah, Mr. Mean Mainstream Mathematician, okay, yeah, you may not appreciate my mathematics. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is that you are not happy. You're being mean, disrespectful. Yeah, I'm okay with you being disrespectful to me. I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with the fact that you are a very unhappy individual. I'm not okay with that because I care about you. Please diversify your hobbies. Don't do mathematics all the time. Do some singing. Okay? Okay. Sing, call, okay? Nice. How much time do we have? Like 3 minutes left, okay? Yeah, about. So, when I was having conversation after event, as a party host, they asked me, okay, what's your hobby, Hunkily, okay? I said foreign language learning, okay? Okay, what foreign language are you studying these days? German. And they asked me, why German? I told them, yeah, I studied like Italian, French, Portuguese, Arabic, Hindi, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, Russian, Ukrainian. Okay. I studied many languages. Now it's time to get back to German language, okay, because I studied that before, okay, so yeah. But why did I get back to German language lessons? Mozart, yeah, the aria, Zaba Floyd, Magic Flute, okay. I wanted to understand the lyrics written in German. It's like where Austria, Vienna, Austria, okay. They speak German language there too, okay. So yeah, Magic Flute. I wanted to understand and I wanted to sing in German language, okay. Yeah, so that's why I got back to German language lessons, okay. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, fairy tale, okay. Rescue scene, okay. This guy want to rescue princess. Okay, yeah, sure, nice. And Queen of the Night, yeah, yeah, okay. You, young man, yeah, you rescue my daughter. I'll let you marry my daughter. Okay, it's nice. It's romantic. Okay, yeah, sure. How much time do we have left? Okay, so we got 1 minute left. Okay, yeah. Hmm? That's full. Okay, yeah. The melody I forgot. Okay, I'm kind of drunk. Okay, so but it's in YouTube. Okay, so Melody aria. Okay, soprano. Nice. Queen of the Night. Okay, yeah. Okay. Singing karaoke. Yeah, maybe this evening. All right. It's been 2 hours. Okay. Okay. I see you later. Okay. Thank you. It's been 2 hours. Okay. So. All right.